Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at in the world. It's Saturday. Oh my gosh, we're on day 13. Can you believe it? Day 13. I was just talking with someone earlier today, and I was like, oh, yeah, you have your. I said, no, I have my, 25 days today. She's like, no taking any weekends off? I said, no, it's every day for the past 13 days. Still have 12 more to go for 25 days of her. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited to bring to you these ladies, these amazing, dynamic, phenomenal, extraordinary women from around the world. Yes. And so far, let's give a break. Hey, beautiful, what's going on, Bev Brooks? I see she jumped on with us. So listen, I am just so excited to bring this next amazing soul sister to the forefront. Oh my gosh, give us some hearts and show her before I even tell you who she is. Give her some hearts and some likes and say, hey, tell us where you're at. Because she's visiting us from across the pond. So if you don't know it, across the pond, right? She's joining us from the not the United States, but the United Kingdom. Yes, I'm so excited to bring the royalty here, right? Yes, we want to bring a little bit of royalty over here. So she's going to bring some of that. Are you ready? I see you rocking back and forth like, oh no. She's going to give you a little secret. She really doesn't like doing lives, but you know what? Sometimes we have to break up our comfort. She's shaking her head like, no, I don't. Well, are you ready? I'm about to bring you in. You ready? Deep breath. Okay, you guys, welcome. I saw you back here rocking back and forth like, oh gosh.
Oh, get ready.
Get ready. It's like being on a roller coaster, like, oh no.
And can I just say that I don't like lives is an understatement.
That you don't like live, that's an understatement. Listen,
huge.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody has to do it. And why not you?
And then I just thought, number 13, lucky for some and unlucky for others. So.
It's an amazing number. 13 is good. It's right smack
good.
In the middle. We don't have 12 and a half, so and a half won't do, so we have to do 13. Okay, so yeah, why don't they have a 13th floor? You ever notice that? Why? You ever get on the elevator and they don't have a 13th floor?
Yeah,
they don't have a 13th floor. Like, wow.
Really,
like, technically it's the 13th. Like, you say, oh, it's 14th. No, you're technically 13. Like, you're not 14, you're 13.
You're 13, yeah.
Oh my goodness. So listen, as we have people jumping on and joining us right now, listen, I'm just so excited. First and foremost, I'm so proud of you because we've been at this for a little while, right? With you with these lives, first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
And then also being able to come out of your comfort zone in so many different ways with like pops of color and just speaking and writing and sharing, and it's like, whoa. And you've been doing some amazing things since we met like almost 2 years ago, right? It's been crazy, but crazy good. So I know you're one of our amazing co-authors on HERStory. We can talk about that later, but I want people to know who you are. Like, today is your day to celebrate you, right? To celebrate all of you and who you are and what you do. And like I said, you are part of this amazing anthology of HERStory. But today, like for Women's History Month, going all month long, it's really our history 365. But today is your day. And so I want everyone to know what makes you who you are so special, so phenomenal. None other than Sare. Go
Right. Should I go now? Yeah, ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Hi, everybody. I am Sarah. Everyone calls me Sare. We were just talking about this. The name spelling, people don't pick it up straight away. So it's Sare. Respond to most things, to be fair. As you can see, I'm really nervous. I hate lives. Carolyn, you're not joking when you say I don't like lives, but I think the first one that you pushed me into was about a year ago, and I do them in my business because I have to do them in my business. But what I was just saying to Carolyn is that I've learned along my journey. I used to think I was really painfully shy, which I was as a child, really shy. But also during this journey, I've learned that I'm an introvert, and that means so many different things for me. It's made me understand a lot about the way I work, the way I run my business, about the women that I work with. And it made me realize that a lot of that is around energy when you're an introvert. So going live for me is something, we were just laughing about this, something I have to do in the moment. I have to grab that moment's energy and go live wherever I am in that moment. If I feel the energy to do it, I have to do it. So this wasn't one of my moments. So I'm here though. I'm really, really grateful to be here. So grateful to this whole project that you've put together, Carolyn. It's amazing. It's been amazing to be part of, all these women. Some of the stories that these women have told they're phenomenal stories, and they're inspirational in so many ways. And I think for me, part of my journey has been taking those little bits of inspiration from different people all along the way. Wearing colour is inspiration from Carolyn. For me, I was always in black. My wardrobe, okay, I do wear colour now, but I could still open part of my wardrobe that is just solidly black and grey. I don't even know what else to say about me. I started off in quite a bad place with grief during lockdown. I'd lost my mum, and I met sort of inspirational women online and just started listening and understanding that actually there's so much more to us as people. There's so much more to our lives, and we are in control of it. And I think once we understand that we're in control of that, we're in control of our next steps and what our future looks like, that's when magic starts to happen. We start to, I think we start to appreciate our abilities and develop our abilities. And I think once we start developing some self-love, that those abilities just blossom and opportunities open up. We see opportunities that we wouldn't have seen before. Some days are still rubbish. Everyone has rubbish days, but when you can start appreciating that actually today was rubbish, but I still got up and I still did this and I still did that, still got the kids out to school on time, and that makes me amazing. On that day, that makes me amazing, and just really being grateful for everything that you achieve every single day. Just, I think, builds something that you never imagined you could build. For me, that has been working with women, and that's been through different stages, different courses. Everything I've done we've took a bit of the last bit and built onto the next bit. I've got an amazing business partner, and we developed a magazine called If She Can, I Will, which falls really in line with everything that Carolyn's doing as well. So it was a magazine that women could read and feel really inspired and just know literally that if she can do that, I can do it too, and I will do it. And we had loads of amazing women. The magazine was a digital magazine. It went to 25 countries by the 4th magazine. It is on hold at the moment because it really was a full-time job for 2 of us, and we're developing sort of outside of that as well. And I could just talk forever, Carolyn. Where are you? Someone
you were doing so well. I was like, okay, I was about to come in and I was like, oh no, she can keep going. You're like, oh my God. No, but that is so awesome and amazing. Like, if she can, I will, right? That's what it says. That's the name of the magazine. And that's literally like, if she could do it, I did it. Like, she said she could do it, and I could do it, and I can, and I will. And that's so important for just overall empowerment. Like you said, just being able to, come out of your comfort zone, like with the pops of color, and, to come out of your comfort zone to then just be able to, go in the moment and go live. Like, let's just do it. It's like diving in the pool. It's like when you go in the pool, either you just dive, or you the one that just dives right in and goes under and then you're fine, or you the one that got to keep putting your toe in. It's like, oh, it's cold. Ooh, it's cool. It's cool, right? It's like, just jump the heck in. Just jump in.
Jump in. Yeah. And you know what the mad thing is as well? looking back over the year, 2 years, you don't appreciate the steps. But when you actually look back, and I had someone come to me recently and ask for advice, and then when I realised that actually she is now exactly where I was at the beginning, and I realised all these steps of advice I could give her, it started going, I did that. I did that. I did that. And now I can help you.
Wow.
It's just I said to you before, I was on a journey before I even realised I was on a journey. And it's true. You start, but not everyone does, do they? That's the thing. Not everyone does. So
Not
for people
everyone
reading the book, people that don't realise that actually there's more, there's something
does.
else, there's a way out of this or a way forward from that gives them hope.
That gives them hope. Exactly. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's the word. It gives them hope, and that's
Gives
literally
them
what the
hope.
whole project was about: is to give people hope and to
Hope.
be
Yeah.
able to show, show the world that this is who you were, and that stand, whatever that time and moment in time was, right? This is who you were,
Yeah.
and now I'm showing you who I am.
Yeah.
And where I am headed and who I am becoming. And it has nothing to do with what happened to me. It has nothing to do with what I experienced, because it is a journey. It are the steps. And a lot of times you don't recognize you're going through the steps until after you're like, wait a minute, I do know. Wait a minute, I did do
Yeah.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was like, whoa, wait a second. Okay. Huh.
Did that.
You
Did
kind of
that.
surprise
And the other
yourself.
thing as well, with the learnings, you don't realise that everything there's a learning there. You picked up something that actually what you learnt there, you're going to use there. You might not realise it at the time, and it might seem that there was nothing to learn from that, but there is always.
There's always something to learn.
Always something.
I always say that, we say, oh, okay, you had go through these situations and there is either a lesson or a blessing. And I say, no, it's both. There's a lesson in the blessing, and there's a
Yeah.
blessing in the lesson.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
So it becomes both.
It
So
does.
it may not have been what you thought or anticipated, but there was something in there that you had
Something.
to experience at
Yeah.
that moment, at that time. Like, who would have known that me popping in on a live just randomly because I was in the moment, right? And then you just randomly like, who's this?
And it was, I think for you, it was like early hours of the morning. Like you were like, I need to go to bed. It's like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. And for me, it was like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I was just getting up and
Right.
in there journaling, listening to you in the background. And I was like, hang on a minute, let me listen to this a little bit more.
And
And
it
then
was
I
just,
tuned in every morning.
and I was on there every morning. I was on there faithfully. I was like, what was wrong with me? So that's how I got and it's interesting because that was pretty much my training ground, right? For going live. So I was like, let me just do it. And I just went and I just, whoever showed up, I think one of the ones I did, I was like, dang, I was on there for like 2 hours. Like, what the heck was I talking about for 2 hours?
You was always on for long. So you'd say, right, I'm going to go now. And then someone would say something in the chat or something else would come to mind. And then we'd be on there. We'd be on
And
there
just
for
be on
ages.
there and
I'd
just
get ready in the morning and you'd still be on there. I'd be getting the kids ready and you were still there. I was still listening.
still there, and it was powerful stuff. And I'm like, wow. So,
Yeah.
but who would have thought that doing that, just me showing up and me deciding to show up in the middle of literally in the middle of the night for me
Yeah.
to be able to reach, you in the morning, the next day
In the
and other
UK.
people around the world, right? That was going to make an impact. But then it also allowed me to just show up, just show, because you never know who you're going to show up for. And a lot of times it's for yourself, right? Those messages are always for me, through me, but it was benefiting someone else. And
Someone
like
else.
you,
Yeah.
like I said, one of the challenges was, you know what, wear some color. And then
Yeah.
you were like, oh, okay, this is the most color I could get. And I was like, yes, we're going to celebrate. And then you even said, you was like, wait a minute, I think it was for your birthday. You were going out with your
I
girlfriends
was
or something.
going out with friends and I even wore white bottoms, like never. White bottoms. It was, and I felt so good. I
It felt
felt
good, right?
good. Yeah.
It felt good because when we wear the black, even though we love black, right? Because it's slimming, but it also hides us. it also allows us to blend into the background. We're not coming up to the front. Just like going live allows us to, when you go live, you gotta show up and you gotta be seen. And it's like, I don't want to be seen. But
we don't. We dull ourselves down, don't we? We dull ourselves down and keep ourselves, even when you're learning and you like for starting your business, you keep yourself small, don't you?
Yeah, you keep it small. You keep it small. We have to learn to start playing big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have to learn to start playing big. So, wow. So, I have with Sarah, right? So, and Sarah, we're good friends. So she's just Sarah to me. Like, I know her kids know me. We're like, hey, how you doing? Gracie, how you doing? So, with that, tell us about, you have this new thing that I saw that you just became certified in, and you are now a silent counseling practitioner. Do tell. I am. Do tell.
So silent counseling isn't counseling in the traditional sense. It's not talking, speaking. It's all based on the body's energy system. So when we have traumas in our life and beliefs about ourselves, the body stores it holds it in our energy, and what that does, it can cause ailments, it can cause just your things not to flow properly. So your energy flows through your body. We know it's not visible, but it's there, it flows. So silent counseling works with, it's a little bit like the acupuncture points. So there's pressure points on your body, and you use those pressure points. Each pressure point across the body relates to different emotions and a different part of the body, like a different inner organ. And what that does is it releases those blocks. And the results have just been amazing. And you do like sort of breathing techniques at the same time. The results we've been having are absolutely phenomenal. I've sort of used it on children, used it on sort of coaches in the business world, just across the board. It's life-changing. It's changed my life in the last 3 months. There were things that were still holding me back, I was still holding on to. And the beauty of it is you don't need to talk about it. You just breathe this through. You may sort of be aware of what you're releasing, but it does release. You let it go. You let go from the physical body, which is absolutely amazing.
Wow, you just let go. That's the word. That's another word too. Just let go.
Let it go. Let it go.
Just let go. So when you were saying
that,
no, just let go. Just let go. Just show up and let go. So I mean, that had me think of there's a book called, and I can't remember who's the author, but it's called The Body Keeps the Score. Very, very powerful. And it literally talks about what you're talking about, like trauma gets held in our body, and your body
connection.
The mind-body connection, and it remembers. And so that's why when you get triggers, there's certain things that your body will respond to. And then react based upon the trigger that it received, because and a lot of it's subconscious, because your body keeps the score. Like it's something as simple as if you've ever been in if someone ever rear-ended you. Like for me, someone rear-ended me years ago, and you see it coming, your body automatically starts to protect itself. So now, right after that, now everything is fine because it's been some time. But there was a moment in time where every time I looked in the rearview mirror, and if a car looked like it was coming too close, my body automatically tensed up.
Yeah. Especially memories as kids, like any things that happened before the age of 7, those things impact us internally more than we're aware of. The subconscious holds onto that, and they tend to be the triggers for so many things throughout our life. And these are the things that it releases. It's really powerful. I hadn't heard of it. When I did, I wanted to learn it, and my business partner Kelly as well. We've both done it, and with integrating that into what we do. At the minute, I'm really focusing on the silent counselling, literally because of how powerful it is, and the result. Seeing someone sort of lift and relax within a session is brilliant.
It's
It's,
brilliant.
it's
Yeah,
lovely.
it's all tied into, like you said, it's energy, and that's
Energy.
whether you're talking about, like you said, Reiki or
Reiki, yeah.
Reiki or meridians or
That's it. So you're working with the meridians
with the
with this.
meridians, right? So
Yeah,
when you said that, I
yeah,
thought about the meridians. So the
yeah,
meridians, the breath work, your inner child, like all of those things. Like when you
yeah.
start doing self work, then you'll know what these terms mean that we're kind of spitting out at you. Like, what are you talking about your inner child? Like, yeah, because there's things that your body holds on to, that
Totally.
it remembers even from infancy, that you just don't realize how it impacts your life and your grown up
Yeah.
today life. Listen, we can take it even deeper. It can even be something that traumatized you in a before life. Like, let's just get real. Energy is
Yes.
energy. Energy
It
is
is.
energy. Energy is
And we
energy.
actually cover that as well. We are
Yeah,
we do that. We test where it is, and I do timeline therapy as well, which again is the same. That can take you back to past lives, and it's amazing. It's until you experience it, it's quite difficult to understand. It's one of those
right.
things. It's like, how does that work? Come on, but
Yeah,
once
exactly.
you
It
experience
does it does seem kind of woo, but
yeah,
once you have to actually experience it. That's the word. You have to experience it
yeah,
for
and it
you to
takes a
understand it.
trust.
It
It
does take
takes a trust that your unconscious mind knows best.
time.
It takes that, and I think, and what I've found in my own experience is that I've needed to get to a level of self-awareness for myself to be able to trust in my body more than I
Mm.
would have before. So it's again part of that journey, isn't it?
It is part of the journey. It is part of the
Yeah,
journey. And trust is the major factor. Trust is a major factor. And it's
trusting
like,
yourself.
it's not necessarily trusting other people, it's
No,
trusting
it's just
yourself.
definitely,
It's trusting
yeah.
yourself. You have to trust yourself before you can trust
Hmm.
others. Just like you have to love yourself before you love others. Just like you have to be patient with yourself before you can be patient. Like everything starts with self. It's
Yeah.
being
But you know
selfish
what?
in an unselfish way.
Yeah, and what we was talking about this the other day in one of our groups, and what we were saying was, as a child, you're brought up that don't be selfish, put others first. Don't be selfish, put others first. Is something that you sort of ingrain into your children, like make sure you put others first, and then we sort of get older and like, hang on a minute, put yourself first. So quite a confusing message.
All the messages we received as kids are confusing. They're very
Very
conflicting. So
confusing.
all the
Yeah.
messages we've received, like, we've learned to hold on tight and don't let go. When we
Mm.
get a balloon, we get balloons, like, okay, we tie it around our wrist, they tie it around our wrist and tie it in a knot. So, and hold on,
Oh, I really
because
like that metaphor.
you don't want to let it go, right?
No.
Or, we're crossing the street, give me your hand, don't let go of my hand. So we're taught to hold on to things. And then when it gets released, we're upset, like, no, why? My balloon, it's gone. Ah, my hand, you left my hand. But as we're older, we learn, no, some things
No,
you're supposed to let go
you
of.
need to let things go.
You
Yeah.
need to let things go, but we've been taught to hold on. And as you
Yeah.
heard from one of the other co-authors, I believe it was Tanisha. She said something about, when our hands are closed, then
Holding.
you're holding on to things and you're not allowing them anything else to come in because you're holding on, whether it's
Yeah.
money, it's people, it's whatever. You're not allowing for other stuff to come because you're like really holding on, and sometimes you hold on too tight, too
And
tight.
even our body language, we're like, everything's like we're
Yeah,
holding that, aren't
everything
we?
is
And
like,
then when suddenly you relax and your
yeah,
shoulders are wide and
like,
it makes a
just,
huge
I say,
difference.
just let it go. And we were talking, see, and here we go. We were talking
Let
about
it
frozen, right?
go.
Because when you're holding on to things, hey, watch this, then you're frozen.
Yeah.
But when you're able to, what's that song say? Let it
Let it go.
go, let it go.
I won't sing. I'll leave that to
Let it
you.
go, let it go. I'm not going to sing that song. Let it go, let it go. Okay, I'm singing it anyway. So y'all got a little bit of concert from me this morning. So anyway, but no, but that's so like true. And it just kind of like, it's just everything gets released. Everything gets released. And then
Yeah.
when you're able to release, then other things that are supposed to be for you and through you and about you and all those things can then come, because now there's an open space for it to come in. the things that are supposed to be there. And then hopefully, when you get through that space, you're able to understand and recognize when you do the work on yourself, you're able to recognize what should be in and what shouldn't, because now you can easily identify it and get it out.
Yeah, definitely. And I think you get to that place of, well, in my experience anyway, I get to that place of, I could just be doing the housework and thinking about something, and then I'll sort of ask questions to myself and go, that's it. There it is. That's what the problem is. And it's just understanding, like, just let go of some of those layers and what's really hiding underneath there. And that's nice. It's a nice place to get to.
Yeah, it's a nice place to get to. And you're right. It does come when you least expect it, because now you're open to receive the messages, and then it'll pop in like you said, in the middle of vacuuming, like, oh, that's what that meant. And it's usually just that simple. It's not like you're going to get bells and whistles and fireworks to show you, like,
just
this
the thought pops in.
Right. And this whole message is saying, this is your message.
Big tannoy warning.
No, like, okay, like, no. It just usually comes and you're like, oh, okay, got it. And then you keep going. And that's how that's literally, it's just that simple. It's really just that simple. It's really just that simple.
Yeah, it is.
It really is that simple. So what else is next?
What is
what's
so
next
I'm developing the silent counselling. I'm currently doing a volunteer program with an organisation. So I'm volunteering, and it's working in a school. So I just volunteer 3 months, so many days over 3 months, a period of 3 months, and they run the program in a secondary school setting. So I think that's your high school, maybe. And it's working on children's confidence, resilience, communication, and self-awareness. So pretty much what I do with women in the business world, I'm doing that with children, which is amazing. I used to be a youth worker, so it's really nice to reconnect with that part of what I used to love. So that's made me realize that actually I want to get out in the community more. I want to take this to the community rather than just focusing on women, already in business, already there at a level. So sort of starting at the ground, maybe women's refuges, and sort of starting with the journaling courses, just to build up gradually. So I think definitely taking the work into the community is going to be the next step.
Wow, I love it. And see how things just start to unfold when you start working on self and you start releasing those layers. And then as you're working on those things, then your direction and your path starts to become clearer. Now you can see, okay, you know what? Like you just said, first I thought it was like, I want with women. Like, no, I want to take this community because, man, this is like awesome. And I need other people to get these tools, get these modalities, get these things that'll help them, put them in a better position for whatever it is they're supposed to do. So
definitely. Yeah, really looking forward to it. And like I said, I don't like going live. Online I find more difficult than face to face. You're there, you're seeing that person, and online, yes, you do, but just getting right in there's something different about it.
It is something different. It definitely is something different. But you learn that it's the energy. Either way, it's energy, and energy again. It's energy again. And once I know for me, once I realized that it's all about my energy, and my energy is going to transcend no matter where I'm at, whether I'm in person or whether I'm online.
Yeah,
it's my energy.
And I still want to. Yeah, I think there's 2 parts of my journey. There's the part where I've gone from sort of developed a business, and there's the part where I've developed myself. So I think from the 2 areas, I can work both areas. So I don't need to go, is it this one or is it this one? No, I can do both.
You do both because you need both. You need both. You need that personal development before any kind of professional development. But no, I love it. Love it. So listen, man, Sare, we could go all day, and I'm so glad you're coming out your comfort zone and we're sharing everybody to who you are. You're welcome and what you do. And like, she is definitely, one of the amazing co-authors of, you see right here, the HERStory, and Healed, Empowered, and Resilient. You heard her talk about that's what she's putting out in the community right now. Make sure you go and get a copy of this book, right? You see the ticker coming through. make sure you get a copy of it. You can read Sarah's story, you can read my story, you can read all of the women's story, and then you can apply it to yourself or someone else you know and say, hey, listen, you got to check this out because these women are powerful. These women are trailblazers. These women are doing amazing things. And so, like I said, outside of the HERStory, I just wanted to come and celebrate you as who you are because, you know, first and foremost, you're Sarah, right? First and foremost, before your story, you are your story, right? So I wanted people to know who you are, you know, and just how awesome you are in the journey that you've taken. And you've taken us on that journey, and it's beautiful. It's a definite beautiful journey. And it's just as wild as that print that you're wearing today. And she's like, yeah. She was like, you right. That's right. That's right. That's right. This kind of haircut. She's like, okay. See, it's the energy. It's the look, energy. So listen, you're like silent counselor. So how can tell everybody how they can reach you? How can they reach you?
Sarah Robinson on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Instagram. If you just pop in Sarah Robinson, I will come up. So yeah, and send me a message. You want to send me a message? If you just want to know what I've done, send me a message. I'm happy to talk anytime.
To talk. She has journals. She has all kinds of stuff. Anything that's going to help you with your self-reflection, she got it. She got it.
Yeah.
So what I always ask everyone too is what is the word, the word or the message you want to leave everybody with today before we go?
I think it needs to be what we spoke about earlier. Grab the moment. Grab the moment. If you see an opportunity, grab the moment, take it.
Grab the moment, you guys.
Grab the moment.
Grab the moment. Grab the moment. Well, thank you, Sarah. I'm going to put you backstage. Just hold tight. We're going to jump over to Instagram in a little bit. You're welcome. So give everybody, tell her hi, bye, love, hearts, all that great stuff. All right. See you in a second.
All right. See you soon.
Okay. So you guys, listen, this was 25 days. Yeah! of her. And we are still doing this thing. Like, I can't believe we're still doing this thing, but I can believe it because these women are stinking awesome. They're amazing. And I just am so proud of every single last one of them. That's why you need to know who they are individually, not for who they were, but for who they are and who they are going to become in this journey, in this life journey, and being healed, empowered, and resilient. Once again, make sure you get a copy of this book. You won't regret it. I'm trying to tell you. And then make sure that will allow you to follow us. And, we'll be coming to a city or country near you. Yeah, this is the year of her. Yeah, because it's the year of her. And we can do it. Because as she says, I can, and I will, and I did. All right, you guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Have a sensational Saturday, wherever you're at in the world, or it may even be Sunday for you. Many blessings to you. Listen, this is your girl, Carolyn Wilson, the Fearless Magnified Educator. There are three things, 1, 2, 3, that I always tell everybody to do. And maybe at this point you should know, but if not, I will remind you. How about that? You want me to remind you? I want you to do 1 of 3 things. I want you to be empowered. I want you to be inspired. And most importantly, I want you to be magnified. All right, take care, you guys. Make sure you like and share. And we'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.